Welcome students. In today's lecture, we'll be studying about how to find median of tabulated data. Okay, I repeat again, how to find median of tabulated data. Now, what do you mean by tabulated data? That is, frequency will be given. Okay, but for your information, data will be ungrouped. Data will be ungrouped. I have just randomly drawn one table. Data will be given. For example, here it will be marks scored by the students. So for example, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. And how many students scored that relevant marks? Their quantity, the frequency will be given. Okay. But data will be ungrouped. Class intervals will not be given. That's the reason we call it as tabulated data. Okay. So how to find the mean of tabulated data? We'll study over here. Now, to find mean of tabulated data, we have two steps. Okay. Now let's start. I'm starting with the step 1. Step 1. Just stay tuned on the screen. Okay. Step 1. Draw table of 3 columns. Column 1, column 2 and column 3. In the column 1, the data will come. Okay, which is the first row. Whatever is given in the question. It will be either marks or wages. That relevant data. The first row will be copied in the first column. Second row, which is always a frequency, will be copied in the second column. And what is this additional, the third column? Now pay attention here. The third column will be of cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. Okay, denoted by CF. It's allowed to write this abbreviation CF. So please pay attention. To find median of tabulated data, the step 1 we have to draw a table of 3 columns. The first row turns out to be first column, second row of frequency turns out to be second column, and the third extra column is of the cumulative frequency called as CF. Step 2, we just have to apply the formula, and formulas are exactly same as what we did in the previous lecture to find median of raw data. Okay, let me once again write the formulas. Okay, students, please see here. Apply formula. Now what I have written, it's exactly same. It's same as median of raw data. The formula remains same. Okay, so formula for finding median of raw data, first part what we did in the previous lecture and this tabulated data remains same, but just for the revision I have once again copied. N is the number of terms, so if n is odd, median is n plus 1, the whole upon 2th term. Okay, and if n is even, it's n upon 2th term plus n upon 2 plus 1th term, the whole upon 2. Last time also I told you that these two are different things. This is n plus 1 the whole upon 2 and this is n upon 2 plus 1th term. Okay students, so this is the formula, and by this we complete the entire notes to find the median of tabulated data. Now pause the video, please copy everything, all of you please copy the formulas also, and let's quickly solve one question. Students, now on the board I have a question for you all. Please see this question, all of you. This question was asked in the year of 2012. Find the median of the following, and a table was given. Okay, this is X, we'll say data, and the frequency, F for frequency. Okay, this question, this much is given. So now in the solution I had drawn this table. As I told you in the notes that we have 3 columns in the table. First and second, we just copy the horizontal rows into the vertical columns. The first one, X, the data, what we said, I have just copied 10 to 15 over here. Frequency, second one, 147593, I have just copied over here. Now third comes the extra one which I have marked a star, and the first time we are doing is the cumulative frequency, abbreviated as CF. Now I know that this is the first time we are finding cumulative frequency. Just for your knowledge students, in your syllabus we have less than cumulative frequency to find. Okay, so how to start with, how to find this cumulative frequency? It's very simple, just pay attention please. The first data, the first number of frequency will be copied as it is same, always the first value will be copied as it is same. So here the 1 will come. Okay, here 1 will come. Okay, next, how to proceed next? Now see this please. Next value over here is 4. So I will write here 4 plus the value of the above row. It's 1. So 1. 4 plus 1 becomes 5. Okay, once again. Next value is 7 for the frequency. So I'll write say 7 plus the preceding value 5. 7 plus 5 comes to 12. Once again, this is 5. So I'll copy this 5 plus the preceding value of 12. 5 plus 12 becomes 17. Okay, once again, here's 9 plus the previous value 17. 9 plus 17 comes to 26. Okay, next it's 3 plus 26. It comes to 29. Now a very important tip, students. The last row का cumulative frequency, whatever is it, it should match with the summation of the frequencies. It should match with the summation of the frequencies. So if we add 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 7, 12, 12 plus 5, 17, 17 plus 9, 26, 26 plus 3 becomes 29. It should always match. So this is the trick that you are going correctly. The last value is always the summation of all the frequencies. They both should tally. Okay, now let's start, students. Now as I told you, we need to find median, right? So now everything depends. The first step is just drawing the table. Second step is the formula. So let's start with the formula. Okay, first of all, what is n? N is the number of terms. N over here is the summation of all the frequencies. That is the number of terms present over here. It's 29 and here it is odd. Okay, so let's apply the formula. What's the formula for finding median of odd number of terms? Median is n plus 1 the whole upon tooth term, right? Okay, so is equal to, what is my n? N is 29. So 29 plus 1 the whole upon tooth term. I don't have place, that's why I'm going horizontally. We will do vertically. 29 plus 1 is 30. 30 upon 2 is 15. So it will be 15th term. 15th term. So where you will see in the column of cumulative frequency. Okay, see here. Here is the first term. 5 means after the first term, up till 5 terms lies in this row. Here it's 12. That means after the 5th term, up till 12 terms lies in this row. Here it's 17. That means after the 12th term, up till 17 terms lies here in this row. After the 17, up till 26 terms lies in this row. After 26, up till 29 terms lies in this row. My answer is 15th term. So 15 terms, where does it lies? It's very obvious that 15th term will lie in this row, because this is till 12, and after 12 till 17 it's there in this row. So this is the benefit of cumulative frequency. Okay, so we need to find the median. So now don't go with the frequency. Answer is 13. Don't get confused and mark 5. Answer is 13 over here. So 15th term is 13. So is equal to 13 is our answer. Okay, students, please pause the video and do it very quickly. Now students, starting with the most important part, just pay attention to my words, each and everything. To find the median of grouped data. Okay, to find median of grouped data. Grouped data. What do you mean by grouped data? Means the class intervals will be given. Yes. Okay, so whenever it's given to us to find median of group data, which is nothing but the group data means the class intervals will be given. Okay, so what steps to proceed with? Okay, what to do? Let's see very quickly. Before starting with the actual concept to how to find the median of group data, earlier we found out how to find median of raw data and tabulated data. Now the group data. I say compulsorily this question will be coming in your board exam. Okay, 99%. Okay, let's start, students. Over here there are two types of class intervals. Before actually looking at the procedure of finding the median by group data, I'll just highlight this. There are two types of class intervals. Okay, just stay tuned on the screen. Students, the two types of class intervals are, one is continuous class intervals and other is uncontinuous class intervals. See how this continuous class intervals looks. 10 to 20 then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40. Can you see this 20, 20? It's there is a continuity. 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So 20 got continued. 30 got continued. This is continuous class intervals. And what is uncontinuous class intervals, students? 0 to 9, then 10 to 19, and then 20 to 29. There is no continuity. Now, please mark this points very importantly. It's compulsory that class intervals CI should be continuous to find median of grouped data. Okay, we are studying about median of group data. It's compulsory that class intervals given in the question should be continuous. If not continuous, if for example in any question they give you uncontinuous class intervals, then make it continuous by adjustment factor. Up till now in the board exam, they haven't asked any question which belongs to the uncontinuous part. Okay, but we have in the syllabus, they can ask. So if not continuous, if the class intervals are given as uncontinuous in your question, then make it continuous by adjustment factor. Now what is this adjustment factor? Let me write the formula and I'll show you how to convert an uncontinuous class into continuous class. I'll take this example in front of you. To convert the uncontinuous class into continuous class, we need to take the help of adjustment factor. Now students, what is this adjustment factor? Adjustment factor is normally denoted by D, small d. Lower limit of second class. Okay, I am giving you the formula of adjustment factor D. Lower limit of second class minus upper limit of first class, the whole upon 2. So adjustment factor D, as in front of you I have given you one example of the uncontinuous class. So please see here, lower limit of second class. This is my second class, this is my first class, right? Okay, let me explain you one more thing, students. This is called as lower limit, LL. This is called as upper limit, UL. Same for you. This is called as lower limit, this is called as upper limit, UL. Okay, this 10 is lower limit. It can also be called as left hand limit. 20 is upper limit. It can also be called as right hand limit. Okay, lower limit, upper limit, lower limit, upper limit. Okay, so now as I'm showing you how to convert uncontinuous class into a continuous class, we need to take the help of adjustment factor. So lower limit of second class, this is my first class, this is my second class, this is my third class. So lower limit of second class. So lower हमेशा लेफ्ट वाली होती है, मतलब यहाँ पे ये 10 लोअर लिमिट है और 19 अपर लिमिट है. सो लोअर लिमिट ऑफ सेकेंड क्लास मतलब 10 माइनस अपर लिमिट ऑफ फर्स्ट क्लास. तो फर्स्ट क्लास की अपर लिमिट, ये लोअर है 0, 9 अपर है तो माइनस 9 अपॉन 2. 10 minus 9 is 1 upon 2 is equal to 0.5. ठीक है, this is 0.5. Now what to do? Now pay attention please. What we have to do is, here we have to do is lower limit. Lower limit is what? Left side wali are always called as lower limit. Right hand side wali are always upper limit. Lower limit minus D. D is adjustment factor. Okay, lower limit minus D and upper limit plus D. Lower limit minus D and upper limit plus D. Let's see very quickly, students. Just stay tuned on the screen. See, this is my uncontinuous class, which is 0 to 9. Okay, here it is 10 to 19 and then 20 to 29. This is my uncontinuous class. Now see, in front of you, I'm converting this uncontinuous class to continuous class. As I told you, to find median, it's compulsory that classes should be continuous. If they give you uncontinuous class, it's compulsory to convert into continuous. Okay, now how to do it? Lower say minus D, upper say plus D. What is D? We just now found out it's 0.5. Okay, let's do it. So what's my lower? Lower is 0. So 0 say minus D. So 0 minus 0.5. This is my D, right? 0 minus 0.5. It will be minus 0.5 to upper limit. Upper limit is 9. Upper say plus D. So 9 plus 0.5 becomes 9.5. Okay. Lower is 10. Lower say minus D. So 10 minus 0.5 becomes 9.5 to upper is 19. So 19 plus D. So 19 plus 0.5 becomes 19.5. Lower say minus D. So 20 say minus 0.5 becomes 19.5 2. Upper is 29. So 29 plus D. So 29 plus 0.5 becomes 29.5. Okay, one more important concept, students, I want to explain to you all. Just pay attention. See, we converted this into continuous. 9.5, 9.5, 19.5, 19.5. Okay, one more important concept. Just pay attention over here. One additional knowledge. If I say students, these are the ages of persons. Pay attention. These over here, in front of you over here, are the ages of persons. Okay. So if I say this is these are the 3 rooms: room A, room B, and room C. A person of 9 years, of course a child of 9 years of age, comes to me and asks to me, sir, in which room should I go? Room A, room B, room C? Of course I will say you go to room A, because the age group of 10 to 20 is in room A. If a person of 20 years of age comes to me and asks to me, says, sir, in which room should I go? So what should I tell him? You cut yourself into 2 parts. Half of you will go in room A and half of you will go in room B, because here also I can see 20 and here also I can see 20. What answer will I give? The answer is, in the continuous class, the upper limits, the right hand side wala, upper limits are excluded. Okay, so this, what will come in room A? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's it. 20 is not inclusive. ठीक है, 20 इसमें inclusive है. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 तक ये room B में है. 30 inclusive नहीं है. The upper limits right hand side वाला are not inclusive. Okay, are not inclusive. 30 से लेके 39 तक के लोग रूम सी में आएंगे. 40 वाला का है ही नहीं हमारे पास कोई रूम यहाँ पे. ओके, सो दिस इज द केस इन द कंटिन्यूस क्लास, दैट द लोअर लिमिट जो लेफ्ट वाले होते हैं और अपर लिमिट राइट वाले, अपर लिमिट्स आर excluded. Okay, that's the reason the other name of this continuous class are exclusive classes, because the upper limits are exclusive. Okay, just for your knowledge, in uncontinuous class, both lower and upper both are inclusive. 0 bhi room, for example, these are the numbers of the room: room 1, room 2, room 3. Okay, this is room 1, room 2 and room 3, for example. So 0 se leke 9 tak, all age group are inclusive in room 1. If some students comes to me and say I am 10 years of age, so they will also go in room 2, and 19 years of age wale log bhi in room 2 mein jayenge. So in uncontinuous class, both lower and upper both are inclusive in the same thing. So that's the reason the other name for this uncontinuous class is inclusive class. Okay, so hope you understood this, and this was very important. How to find adjustment factor, lower limit of second class. This is the formula to find the adjustment factor called as D. Okay, lower say minus D, upper say plus D, and this is how we convert. Okay, so let's start, students. Now please pause the video and do it everything. Okay, pause the video and just copy everything. Everything is very, very important. Okay, students, hope you all have finished writing this. Now, one most important thing I want to say over here is, whenever it's asked to you all that to find median of group data, so to find median of group data, it's possible only with the help of ogive. With the help of ogive graph, we need to draw a graph which is called as ogive. Okay, another name for ogive is cumulative frequency curve, CF curve. So they can ask you this question in 3 different ways. They can just tell you find median of group data. So if they ask you median of group data, तो median of group data और कोई तरीके से आता ही नहीं है सिवाय drawing ogive. Or second way, they will directly tell you draw ogive. Or third way is they will say draw cumulative frequency curve, CF curve. All means the same. To find median of group data means we have to draw ogive only. There is only one way. Or they will directly say draw ogive, or they will say cumulative frequency curve. So please write these 2 terms. Ogive itself means we are finding median of group data. Cumulative frequency curve itself means that we are drawing ogive and nothing but the median of group data. Okay, now students, after this I'll be giving you 5 notes which are very very important and which will take you very easily with the process of drawing ogives. Okay, 5 notes I'll be giving you. Pause the video, please write this 2 terms and let's start with the 5 notes. Okay students, note number 1, which this we already discussed. Class interval Ci should be continuous, okay, to find median of group data. If uncontinuous class intervals are given, then make it continuous. How? With the help of adjustment factor. This is a note 1. Okay, now note 2 in front of you. Note 2. In the note 2, I'll help you out with the table. Before drawing the ogive curve, before drawing the cumulative frequency curve, or before finding out the median, I'll say, of the grouped data, you need to draw a table on the ruled page of the graph. Okay, so note 2 is draw table. Draw table. So what will be the headers and what will be the columns of the table? Just see on the screen. In the table, there will be always 4 columns. There will be always 4 columns. First column of the class interval, which will be given to you. Second column of the frequency, you just have to copy. Third, cumulative frequency you need to find. As we did in the tabulated data, you know how to find it, cumulative frequency. And the fourth one is the extra one. It is very, very important. Please make this fourth column always point. Okay, whatever we write over here, the point, just as it is, we have to plot it on the graph. Now point, what is the point? Point always have x coordinate and y coordinate. Okay, the x coordinate will be the upper limit जो right side पे होती है, upper limit, comma CF, cumulative frequency. From here class interval में से upper limit को देखने का जो right पे होती है वो x coordinate होगा और y coordinate पे ये cumulative frequency आएगा. This table. Okay, very but obvious students, अगर आपको क्लास इंटरवल्स अनकंटिन्यूस दिया है तो पहले आपको कंटिन्यूस में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा एडजस्टमेंट फैक्टर से, तो एक कॉलम बढ़ जाएगा वो केस में, मगर 99.9% टाइम्स आपको हमेशा कंटिन्यूस देते हैं. सो अगर आपको अनकंटिन्यूस दिया है तो फिर 5 कॉलम्स हो जाएंगे. फर्स्ट कॉलम में अनकंटिन्यूस क्लास, सेकेंड कॉलम में वी विल मेक इट कंटिन्यूस. ओके, एंड देन फ्रीक्वेंसी CF एंड पॉइंट. 99.9% ऑफ टाइम्स में टेक्स्ट बुक में भी सारे क्वेश्चंस कंटिन्यूस दिए हैं एंड बोर्ड्स में भी वही आता है. Okay, so this 2 is as it is, cumulative frequency, and this point is very important. Whatever point always we write here, we just plot it over there. So do make sure that you draw this fourth column of point. So this is the table. Okay, this was our note 2. Now coming to the note 3. Note 3, which you should always remember. Now students, pay attention. On the graph we have x-axis and we have y-axis. Okay, what you will plot on x-axis? On x-axis you will plot all upper and lower limits. You will plot? You will plot all upper and lower limits. Whatever class intervals are given, you will plot on x-axis. And very, very important, what you will plot on y-axis? On y-axis you will plot cumulative frequency. You will not plot frequency. Okay, very important. X-axis you will, which is horizontal, you will plot all upper and lower limits. How to do it? I'll explain you when we'll solve the ogive. And y-axis you will just plot the cumulative frequencies. Okay, this was our note 3. Note number 4. Note number 4, you will not understand this in much detail at present, but when you will do the sum, you will understand this. Note number 4, take an extra class leading all classes. Okay? Why? To touch the ogive on x-axis. See, I cannot explain you in much detail over here in the theory. I'll definitely explain you much in depth when we'll draw the graph. Take an extra class. Okay, so always when I draw the table, in this ogive, I leave one line blank at the top because we have to take an extra class. I'll be taking an extra class, okay, leading all classes from my side. और वो एक्स्ट्रा क्लास की फ्रीक्वेंसी जीरो होगी बिकॉज मैंने खुद से लिया है, सी एफ भी जीरो होगा, बट एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास खुद से लेते हैं. कैसे लेंगे आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू. ओके, I can give you one example here itself. For example, if I have something like 20 to 30, 30 to 40, these two things are given to me in the question. And for example, their frequencies also are given to me randomly, anything. So I'll find cumulative frequency and so on. Okay. So now take an extra class. मतलब इसके ऊपर का, तो ये 20 to 30, तो ये extra class क्या हो जाएगा? Extra class will be 10 to 20. And because I took it, I'll take frequency 0, cumulative frequency 0. And subsequently relevant point I will make here, mark here. ये क्यों करते हैं? Why we do so? To touch the ogive on x-axis. ये जो point मिलेगी ना, ये जो point मिलेगी, इसका cumulative frequency 0 है और here it will be 20. So because this x coordinate is something and y coordinate is 0, this point will lie on the x-axis, and because of this point our ogive will touch x-axis, and it's compulsory, mark my words, that your ogive should start touching x-axis. ogive हवा में नहीं रहना चाहिए. अगर आप सारे क्वेश्चंस के हिसाब से ड्रॉ करोगे तो your ogive will be in the air, so it should start touching x-axis, and it is possible only because of this. I'll explain you in much depth when we'll start with the graph. And coming to our last note, note number 5. And before starting this note, I'll mark 3 stars over here because this is the formula. Stay tuned, I'll write the formula. Okay, students, now note number 5, formula. Now this is very important. Up till now I told you that when we did the raw data, when we find out the median of raw data, when we find out the median of tabulated data, there were 2 different formulas when n is even and n is odd. But now we have a common formula for both. I repeat again, only in this drawing ogive or finding median of group data or drawing cumulative frequency curve, then this ogive in this graph, if n is even or n is odd, it does not matter. We have a common formula for both. Okay, how to find median? Formula for median. Okay, if I say here n is even or odd, it does not matter, but n is what? Total number of frequencies, summation of all the frequencies. So the formula is generally in the textbooks over in the graph chapter over here, they denote n with the capital N. Okay, so that's the reason I'm not marking a small n, I'm just writing capital N because it's there in the textbook. Okay, what's the formula? Median is n upon tooth term. How to do it? We'll see. There is one concept of lower quartile. What do you mean by quartile? The word quartile comes from the word quarter. Okay, lower one, lower, so it's Q1. Upper quartile means it's Q2. Q3, sorry. Upper quartile, it's called as Q3. Okay, basically what happens, I don't have space over here. If I have this line, can you see this line please? If I have this line over here, if I divide it at the center, this is called as Q2, and Q2 is nothing but a median. More if I divide, this is my Q1 and this is my Q3. So exactly half is called Q2, which is nothing but the median, but we not generally call it as Q2. And over this first half, if I divide it, it's called as Q1, and in the second half, if I divide it, it's called as Q3. So lower quartile Q1, upper quartile is Q3. Okay, what is the formula for Q1? Q1 is lower quartile n upon 4th term. You should remember, lower quartile called as Q1, n upon 4th term. Upper quartile is 3n upon 4th term. Okay, median n upon 2th term, where n will be either even or odd. Lower quartile n upon 4th term. Upper quartile 3n upon 4th term. Students, this is the entire chapter, and I can challenge no textbook will give you in such a way on one page the entire method of drawing ogives. You have to by heart this, rote learn this. Okay, 4 columns, class interval, frequency, CF, and this point हमेशा होता है x coordinate, y coordinate. So x coordinate पे upper limits will come, 20, 30, 40 will come here, and right hand side y coordinate CF will come. Okay, whenever we plot on the graph, x axis pe we plot all the upper and lower limits. How to do it I'll show you when we draw. And y axis pe we plot cumulative frequencies. Take an extra class leading all classes to touch the ogive on x axis. एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास खुद से लेनी पड़ती है, क्वेश्चन में नहीं होती है, क्वेश्चन को देख के एक्स्ट्रा क्लास लेनी पड़ती है, and with the help of that our ogive touches the x axis. Note number 5, it's the formula. Okay, formula for both n if even or n is odd. Okay, so अगर n even है odd है तो भी formula remains same. It's not like raw and tabulated data कि formula दोनों का different है. Median n upon tooth term, lower quartile called as q1 n upon fourth term by heart please, and upper quartile q3 3n upon fourth term. Note these are the 5 notes, and not to say that there are many various other things by which your marks, you lose your marks, 1 marks get reduced. So that things I will show you when we'll draw the graph. For example, if you don't write scale, you'll lose your marks. If you don't write the name of the axis, okay, name of the axis, how to write it, that I'll show you, you'll lose your marks. If you don't draw arrows on x-axis and y-axis, you'll lose your marks. Okay, so that we'll do in detail when we'll do the sum. Okay, that's it students. Now please all of you do it very carefully, write each and everything how I have written.